Hi everyone, I'm Robert Wells, the R and ER Welwer, and you're watching The Dragon's View. As I said before, you're watching The Dragon's View, the show where I talk about what's going on in the world and say what needs to be said. And with this first installment of The Dragon's View, I decided to talk about something big going on in the United States right now. One of the biggest tragedies that's ever happened to our country, Obamacare. But what's wrong with Obamacare is, it is a huge bill that is going to take and devastate the United States for quite a while. It's not a magical act that will take and give everybody free health care, which is a stupid idea anyway, since we can already look at Canada, Russia, and pretty much almost every other country that has socialized health care and see how well that plan is working out anyway. No, Obamacare is pretty much this: a huge bill that is gifting us a law that forces us to buy healthcare. Hooray! Because Obamacare forces us all to take and pay for healthcare no matter what, there's going to be a whole bunch of people taking and scrambling just to be able to pay for these new bills the government is forcing upon us. Yay! Hand in hand with that, hospitals are going to be awful because there's going to be so many people with healthcare, and they're going to be crowding the fucking hospitals, and there's not going to be enough freaking doctors or nurses or nurse practitioners to be able to take care of everybody. You know why? Because there are way too many people out there for the doctors and the hospitals to handle. So why anybody decided that this was a really great idea to take and enact anyways, beyond me. Another reason why this is going to be so bad for America is because once it kicks in, it's going to take and destroy small businesses and put thousands of people out in the streets pretty much in unemployment, because it's also taking and forcing companies, small and big, to take and offer health care to their employees, which is impossible to do for most small businesses, which make up most of America, since all the big businesses have left the fucking country. And after all these businesses go under, all the employees are going to have this huge lingering debt over their heads of having to pay hundreds of dollars for health care that's probably not going to even help them. The reason that it won't help them is because there's just going to be so many people that once they do need the health care, if they got something really serious, there's going to be so many people already there, because everybody's going to have health care, that if you got something severe, you're going to be fucked. You're going to die. You can go research this. Canada has the same thing. The Soviet Union, Russia. Hundreds of countries out there all have something similar to Obamacare. It's just a little better. Well, I shouldn't say better, but less damaging is a better way to describe it. And because there are so many people with healthcare, it is impossible for doctors to be able to heal everybody. And it just screws everybody over. Hundreds of people die because of this shit. Why the hell everybody thinks that Obamacare is going to be so wonderful, I don't fucking get. And what's worse is, Barack Obama, the President of the United States, is refusing to work with Republican congressmen. The reason he's doing this is because they are trying to show him and all the left-wing congressmen that this bill is so freaking bad, and they're trying to get it defunded. And what this is doing is it's causing so much friction, nothing is getting done. And it's just going to spiral out of control into a huge mess, and there's nothing the little guy, U.S. citizens like me, and possibly you, if you're an American citizen, can do. It's just gotten so bad that we need to take and get rid of all these morons in the White House, and the Capitol building, and in the Supreme Court, because these morons aren't running the country the right way it needs to be run. I mean, these guys have caused so much national debt, and violence, and death. It is disgusting! But it doesn't matter, because no matter what anybody does, no matter what they try, it's going to be trying to, putting out an inferno with a freaking fire extinguisher. It has just gotten so freaking bad. Well, that's just my 2 cents about it anyway. I hope this video is educational for you and helping you understand what's going on in the United States right now, whether or not you live here. Because eventually, one way or another, what happens here is going to affect the rest of the world, because we are one of the biggest superpowers out there. And what happens to us is going to eventually affect everybody else, positively or negatively. God bless the USA. Well, anyway, for those of you who haven't and or don't want to watch the introductory video, I'm Robert Wells. The R in E.R. Welwer and Elizabeth Bowser, the E in E.R. Welwer, are both unpublished authors, though we are working very hard to change that status ASAP. Right now, we are working on two different book series, the Atlantis Chronicles, which is primarily mine, and the Keepers Saga, which is primarily Elizabeth's. And you'll be able to take and check out the Facebook pages for both series through links in the description below. In the description below, you also find links to a webpage called Figment.com, where you can take and read the first 4 chapters of the Atlantis Chronicles, the Shadow Assassin, and the first 2 chapters of the Keepers Saga through the Eyes of a Dragon. If you like the books, please take and join Figment and give them a heart, review, comment, yeah, you know, huge. And don't forget to take and subscribe and like this video to show your support. Thanks, and may you live a happy and prosperous life.